Usually at the end of podcasts, we like to play a game called Not So Rapid Fire, where we just kind of list out some goofy questions. But since you are a commissioner and you're the boss, we thought that might be a little bit beneath you. So we have a brand new game made just for you.
Nice.
Called Elevator Pitch. Okay. So what Elevator Pitch is going to be is I'm just going to shoot you CEBL proposals, because as we know, the CEBL is on the cutting edge of trying new things all the time. You guys aren't, adverse to risk. I should say that I worked a couple of these ideas out with the focus group, and the reviews have been pretty terrible. Okay. There has been virtually no interest among any of these ideas. So my first proposal deals with a super contentious issue. I think the CEBL would be the perfect venue to finally address this in an actual rule, and hopefully the other leagues follow suit. And this super pretentious issue is bank shots. And my idea for the CEBL, they just don't count unless you call bank. Like actually, I want this to be like a reviewable play. I think there should be mics courtside. I think the players should be wired up. And if they don't call bank, we take the bucket away. Mr. Commissioner, what do you think of my first idea?
Well, I don't hate it, because I think there's got to be, like, you after you do the bank, you got to put your hand up and be like, hey, like,
call it.
Yeah. I didn't plan that. You got to take responsibility, because those bank shots, let's face it, from generally speaking, are not planned events. But I don't think I can pull the trigger on this one, so that's no shot.
Okay, so we're going to think about it. Good. So the next issue is building on something that you guys actually addressed well, and that's the in-game experience, especially with the music. The music plays throughout the entire game. It's not just some generic, defense instrumental. It's real music during the game, and people are bobbing their heads to it. I wanted to build on that a little bit with a proposal that I like to call the Aux Cord proposal. And for the Aux Cord proposal, I want the fans to be able to decide the music. The only question with how the fans are going to decide the music is, how are we going to get down to, who ultimately has the aux cord? And I think, again, simple fix. We're going to play 1-1 at halftime for the rights to the aux cord in the second half. Here you see Wendy, our focus group champion. She plays dirty, but, no one can call her on it because, she's a veteran.
That's right.
Mike, what do you think about the aux cord rule?
I actually don't mind this idea at all. I really don't. I gotta tell you. Now, there's a lot of operational issues that need to be figured out, but conceptually, I like it. This is on my list. This is something I'm going to mention. Put it that way.
Wow, because after bank shots, the focus group was lost. Like, these go...
Oh, no, you got to understand the importance of the music and the engagement with fans and getting them part of the entertainment. So this actually, as crazy as you may make this out to be, is not as silly as you may think. There's a little bit,
there's a chance.
There's something there. There's something there.
I might give you my resume after this. We'll see how it goes.
No problem.
We may or may not have fans in the stands again in 2021. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we do. But if we don't, we need to capture home court advantage again. Okay. And I think I figured out the best way to create home court advantage. And that's just every team in their home court gets to change one rule, free and clear, no questions asked. Edmonton wants a 4-point line, they get a 4-point line. In Niagara, dunks count as 3, so be it. We get one rule change per home court, no questions asked. What do you think?
It's not terrible.
Oh,
but man, you're going to make my job really difficult. This is like, that's what it is. Like, now you're telling me I got to deal with basketball people. I do not want to deal with the basketball people on anything that relates
I'll be
to
your
competition.
proxy.
Yeah. This is like, now you're throwing me into the wolves.
They can yell at me.
It has, there's something there. I don't know what it is yet, but I don't think it's exactly what you said.
I had a field day with this one, but you've been much more receptive. I think you're just being nice to me, but
I have to be.
We're going to move here to the fourth recommendation. And this is something the NBA has actually been really close to figuring out and almost got it perfect. they missed just by a smidge. Where the NBA screwed up is not that you can challenge a call, it's that the coaches challenge calls. I think in the CEBL, we should have fans be able to challenge calls. We download the app, and if at any point 5,000 people, 10,000 people click the challenge button on their phone, the refs got to review it. They probably messed up.
Again, you're just putting me in these awkward positions to have to deal with, coaches and all. This one's less likely. This is closer to the no doubt side. I'm going to suggest that this will probably not make it past my desk.
Honestly, the focus group didn't get to the fourth slide, so this is all gravy for me. Other one shot down, but we're staying positive because this, I think deep down there's a space for this one. All right, that the CEBL is still working on how the playoffs are going to look, and in most likely August. So I think I figured it out, and you can take this one, you can run with it. It's going to start off with just a standard 3-game series. Okay, the playoffs, 3-game series. 1 game knockouts are fun. 3 gives you a real winner. 5 and 7 are too long. So just stick with me. Okay, 3-game series. All right. Let's say COVID's still an issue. We don't like my home court advantage rules. We'll just play at a neutral venue. The only place where I think I might lose people is that after the games, both teams have to share a house. Think about it. 20 people in a house may seem like a lot, but imagine the content you can get. Cameras in every corner. They have to go home to the same place, like Big Brother. What do they fight about? What do they talk about? Imagine getting swept and watching the other team actually pack their bags.
Goodbye, good riddance.
Yeah, well, that's kind of just mean, isn't it? Don't you think? It's just kind of. But what's funny? The Big Three floated this idea around last year where they were going to do their Big Three tournament, but do it within like a house, and everybody would stay at the house and they'd play at this court that was within the house. And put it this way, it never made it to air. It was half reality show, half basketball. So you're not as crazy as one may think. You're just, I'll call you crazy because I think your point 3 is interesting, but all you have to do is show up to the club, and then you can get all the information you want from all the teams hanging out together anyways, right? Listen, your other ones had some merit. This one here is gonna be tougher to pass. It's gonna happen.
We had some honorable mentions that the focus group said I should never bring up ever. So we're going to talk about it. The Jersey Classic to rival the Winter Classic, where we just play 1 game a year in Drake's mansion. We had just the abolishment of timeouts. That one seemed to really not be a favorite. And the last one was live mascots. What this one was going to be is just 1 game a year where you have to bring the actual embodiment of your mascot to the game. Like, a river lion, you got to find one. Honey badger. We
got to bring a honey badger. That'll be interesting. It tears everything apart.
The focus group really had a problem with the bandits and the stingers. They thought that might be a little bit of a risk. So, we shot our shot. We did our first ever elevator pitch with Mike. I think, traction with 2 of them, I think.
You got something there. I'm not going to shoot them all down. There's something there. If I use it, I'll put a little asterisk and an honorable mention to your name. Don't you worry about it.
There's going to be no trace to this. So yeah, that was elevator pitch. This is Mike Morreale, a really fun guest. Guys, everyone, like I say every podcast, we're going to throw our weight behind the CEBL this season. We're going to support the domestic league, and we're going to watch a new take on basketball with great athleticism, guys that we know from our neighborhoods. So, Mike, I want to say thank you very, very much for taking the time and sitting through those quirky pitches. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, listen, I really appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys are following us and supporting us. You won't be disappointed. I think if it's in arena or on TV or on your phone or whatever, you get a chance to tune in or follow us on all our social media handles. You'll be impressed, and we look to continue to deliver that to your door in a bigger and better way.
We can't wait to watch. Thanks, Mike.
No problem. Thank you.